You. I don't know who you are. But if you thought it wise to bring a cultist into the heart of Order territory, you are deeply foolish. I have not the slightest theory as to how you bypassed our guards. But if it was through violence, be assured, it will be returned exponentially. This differing perspective is explicitly violent and completely wrong-headed, especially in regard to the rifts. There is a cultist-centric issue the Order needs resolved. I suspect you are capable of doing such. If you are not, I cannot trust you, and certainly cannot allow you to see Ruth.
If these cultists are suffering the same affliction of being traitorous curs as the others seem to be, then I look forward to killing them.
My task is this. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there.
As much as I'd welcome the bloodshed, it may be wise for me to avoid members of the Dawn until I get their treachery sorted.
If the Order could predict the future infallibly, my mentors would be alive. Seers become less accurate the more specific and more distant the prediction. All that aside, you shall need the Order's trust if you wish to see Ruth. This task will allow that. Journey to Newton. Eliminate the cultists to a person. Then we may speak of getting you an audience with Ruth. May you prove my plethora of doubts unfounded. And may you keep your cultist colleague in line on your way out.
You're lucky the commander needs something from you, or you'd be looking at your intestines on the ground right about now.
I always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultist at Newton quite the interruption to my focus. Now, how might we be of use to one another? I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation, but perhaps this will be illuminating in some fashion. Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge. Are you deriding me, or do you honestly believe that? So many exemplars have died since this war began. So many under my leadership. But that's not your point, I understand. I wish I had more time to devote to my tinkering, but the war takes precedence. I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, The Order will be rudderless. This we cannot afford. I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
Did you receive your personalized order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one I've received since deployment.
Honestly, the ones you get in the field are lifesavers. I would have been dead 3 times over without mine.
Oh, that does set my mind at ease. Now, let's see. Mine says, don't consume tea this morning. Oh,
You already consumed this morning's tea, haven't you?
yes. Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
I won't think twice about applying the precise amount of force.
Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of ursopods in the area. Please, keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
To battle!
Step aside.
The mission requires ambitious to be dealt with all.
Grudge, you know.
That was a close one. Such disorderly conduct.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100. 1 being entirely pain-free, and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is hardly an objective measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Your observation is correct, which is a diagnostic in its own right. Now, if you were to indicate, using a scale of 0.4 to 12.7, how close you are to going into shock.
Sadly, that scale is entirely beyond my current comprehension, thus leading me to believe I am already in shock, and the question itself was the actual test.
Excellent. Our diagnostic is complete, and you should feel free to resume bemoaning your agony.
Can't talk. Calculating an inverse complex sine function in my head.
Not in the mood for a random interaction. Thank you.
You okay? You seem off by a few decimal points.
seems the Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the Archive.
UNIAC has likely been sorting out their logistic problems. Took a moon-sized computer to do it. Imbeciles.